Hello, friends. Welcome to Warren's Word. Today, we're diving into a topic that plays a critical role in global trade and economics tariffs. I'm Warren Lunsford, and in the next 10 minutes, we'll explore what tariffs are, why they exist, their impact on economies, and some current examples that illustrate their significance. So let's get started. To begin with, let's define tariffs. A tariff is a tax imposed by a government on imported or exported goods. The primary purpose of tariffs is to regulate trade between countries. Now, they can be levied as a percentage of the item's value or as a fixed cost per unit. These are regressive taxes. There are regressive and progressive taxes. A progressive tax will tax more on the wealthy and less to none on the poor. A tariff, being a percentage of the item's value, is a regressive tax as it taxes all at the same rate. So why do governments impose tariffs? And there are several reasons, and here are four. Revenue generation. Tariffs can provide a significant source of income for governments. 2. Protecting domestic industries. By making imported goods more expensive, tariffs will encourage consumers to buy domestic products. It protects the local businesses from foreign competition. Third, could be its national security. Tariffs can protect industries that are crucial for national security from foreign dependency. And number 4, the reason to impose tariffs is in retaliation. In trade wars, countries may impose tariffs on each other as a form of economic retaliation, an attack, and counterattack. Well, let's talk about the types of tariffs. Now, there are different types of tariffs, and I have 3 for you. The ad valorem tax, or tariff. The ad valorem tariff is a percentage of the value of the item. For example, a 10% tariff on a car worth $20,000 is going to cost you $2,000 added on to the price of the car. A specific tariff is a fixed fee per unit. For example, 50 cents per kilogram of cheese. A compound tariff is a combination of both ad valorem and specific tariffs. So let me explain some of the impacts of tariffs on an economy. Now, first, let me give you a quick definition of an economy or economics. Economics is the study of the allocation of scarce resources to satisfy human wants and needs. Okay, that's done. Now, this is going to have an impact. A tariff will have an impact on an economy. Tariffs can have a wide range of impacts on both the imposing country and its trading partners. First, consumer prices. It will raise the cost of goods, the cost of living. It will raise consumer prices. Higher tariffs often lead to higher prices for consumers as the cost of imported goods increases. Now, the impact on domestic industries. A tariff can protect a domestic industry from foreign competition, but there's one hand and on the other. On the other, they can also make your domestic industry less competitive globally if the other countries retaliate with their own tariffs, and they can do that. 3, it impacts trade relations. A tariff can strain international trade relations, leading to trade wars that can impact global trade networks. And the movement of goods and services from point A to point B across country lines, country boundaries. See, 4, it can affect your economic efficiency. A tariff can lead to less efficient resource allocation as they distort market signals and distorts consumer choices. Many times, if the price or the cost of a good or service becomes too high, the consumer turns to other substitutes for that good or service. Or you wind up with a surplus of that good or service that nobody can afford to buy, or even a shortage in that good or service, which is only available from a foreign source. I give you some current examples. Let's look at a few to illustrate the impact of tariffs. Number 1, the U.S.-China trade war. In recent years, the United States and China have imposed several rounds of tariffs on each other's goods, impacting the industries from agriculture in the United States to technology in China. What else could it impact? Well, steel and aluminum tariffs. The United States imposed tariffs on steel and aluminum products in 2018. This is a historical fact. It happened in 2018. The purpose of those tariffs was to protect a domestic producer, protect the domestic producer, and make those strategic metals available and not dependent upon foreign producers. But this led to higher cost for manufacturers that rely on these materials. The higher cost of steel and aluminum used in automobiles, driving up the cost of automobiles or other products that are going to use steel or aluminum. I have a conclusion here and a future outlook. In conclusion, tariffs are a powerful tool in global trade policy. They can protect the domestic industry and they can generate revenue, but they also come with potential downsides like higher consumer prices, strained trade relations, and disruptions to the economic system that's in place to provide goods and services that satisfy human wants and needs. Now, as we move forward, the landscape of global trade is going to continue to evolve, and tariffs will remain a key component of this dynamic environment. I want to thank you for joining me today, and if you found this discussion insightful, please subscribe and share it with others who might be interested. Until next time, this is Warren Lunsford signing off.